Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can see in and around me. If you are going to do a bit of business, you know what to do by now. Keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below. This is your post-match analysis video for Saturday's home win against Leeds. Yes, usually this should have gone out on a Sunday, but I was like a pig in shit all weekend. A 2-1 win for Millwall, a 2-0 win for the VCD boys. You don't often get a win double following the teams that I do. So, a great weekend, and that's why this video is going out late. Adam Barrett in temporary charge. 2 changes were made from the team that drew 1-0 against Luton. I thought there's going to be a big wave of you know, disappointment and an upset around the place because Neil Harris has left. And no disrespect to the man, because he's club legend as a player, club legend as a manager, in my opinion now. And I'm going to cover that, my final thought on that in a separate video. But fucking, we're just back to our best. We're just buzzing. And I think that just proves that it was absolutely the right thing to do for Neil Harris to walk away. Adam Barrett made 2 changes, as I said. And that may not look like a lot on paper, but what he did do was he took Matt Smith out of the team and he put Ben Thompson just in behind Bradshaw. And yes, that gave us one less person up front, but it actually made us a lot more exciting going forward and a lot more attacking. Because as I say time and time again, Bradshaw's got to be our #1 striker. If you don't have the big man on the pitch, we played a couple of long balls. We didn't do loads and loads of long balls. We mixed it up, had a little bit of variation about our play. But yeah, it's just something very simple like that. Getting Ben Thompson in, energy. Jeb Wallace, energy. Tom Bradshaw, phenomenal. And it just give us... it just give us a little bit more impetus. There you go, I'm going to throw that word in. Don't even know if that's relevant to what I've just said, but I'm going to just keep going. Yeah, it just give us so much more. It was just the old fighting spirit. This is why I couldn't work out with Neil Harris. He's obviously not trying to get sacked or whatever. And again, I'm not sure whether he was, you know, he walked, but did he walk before he was pushed? Who knows? I suppose we'll never know. But it was pretty obvious what needed to be changed. I mean, I say it on the channel, and I'm not you know, I'm not Jose Mourinho. I'm not a football. I don't claim to be a football fucking phenomenon, shall we say? I'm struggling to talk today because I've been celebrating on. But anyway, we can all see it. We can all see what's going on the pitch. What needs to be changed, and two very simple things changed. Well, one was personnel, and just taking Smith out and putting Bradshaw. Thompson in behind Bradshaw just made the world of difference, and we just look back to our best. And a Millwall manager coming in, whoever that may be, and there was rumours of there's been rumours this week of Roy Keane in a fucking pie and mash shop. Then that changed to Wimpy, unless he was just double hungry that day and went to both. Who else? Allegedly Chris Hughton was there Saturday. Chris Kamara was there, but I'm hoping that's just on Sky Business. But I see someone put a photo up with him with Chris Kamara. I don't think Cammy's looking at getting the management at this stage in his career. He's too good on the box, isn't he? But, yeah, it's the manager that comes in isn't going to have to do... Listen, we're never going to get a manager that's going to have loads of money to spend and manage to sort of get 50, 60 passes out of players, olays and fucking step-overs. We just need a manager that could just roll up the team, which in turn rolls up the crowd. And just passion, aggression and intensity. And for that reason, I'm going to say before I get into the game, I might as well say it now because it's done. Roy Keane, I know he's not a good manager. I know personally that he's not a very good manager because I know people that have played under Roy Keane at Ipswich. But when people say Neil Harris could only manage Millwall when he couldn't manage anywhere else unless it was Southend, which it doesn't look like he wants the job, by the way. He looks like he's going to be taking a break from football. I know Roy Keane's a bit of a lunatic. I don't think he's a great manager. On paper, he hasn't had great success. But I'm telling you now, I think it will be a Dennis Wise effect. I think he'd do very well at Millwall. I think, as we said, Harris could only manage at Millwall. I think Roy Keane is tailor-made Millwall manager. And I think it would just add to the Millwall phenomenon, the Millwall chaos, wouldn't it? If Roy Keane, I think, is one of the few clubs he could be successful at, is our club. So for that reason, I'll be very interested in getting a job. And one other manager that I'll throw into the pot as well, just before I'm shitting on the next videos I'm doing here, but now I'm talking about, I just want to talk about Coops, my mate Coops up at Forest Green, good manager, likes to play as well. Them boys like to play him, and the madman Scotty Lynn's his assistant. They are now in the running. They've done a very good job at this is Slade Green. That's who I used to play for in Kinley. Forest Green. Sorry, my head's fucking not right. But yeah, Another manager I'd like. But listen, let's get back to this game. Adam Barrett was in charge, as we said, and he got it spot on in the first half. 10 minutes in, maybe, was it? Something like that. Tom Bradshaw gets into the box. I've watched it. It's not a penalty. And it's definitely not a red card. I think there may have been contact. Just as Bradshaw cut across the defender's knee, Aileen, I think it might have been. Oh, no, I don't know who it was. But anyway, some shithead with a man bun. He catches, he sort of changes direction. His knee catches Bradshaw's foot slightly. And it don't take a lot. If you're as fast as Tom Bradshaw is and you're changing direction and as quick on the pitch as these players are, it only takes a slight bit of connection, but he didn't move his leg towards Bradshaw. They just crossed paths, basically. So it's not a penalty, definitely not, and it's not a sending off. And when people go, "No, shut up, it was a penalty," it's even better that we got a penalty that wasn't a penalty, and it resulted in their man getting sent off, and it was Leeds. Take it. We don't get good refs often. We all know the song that you all love to sing, and I don't like. We always get shit refs, and we've had a touch there. 2 home games in a row, I think. Or what was the other home game we got a penalty? Was it against Hull? Which wasn't a penalty. So I think it's great. Tell them it weren't a penalty. Tell them we should never have been given a penalty, and that'll hurt Leeds even more. It's fucking brilliant. From the resulting penalty, Jed Wallace has had 2 penalties this season, both at home, stuck them both down the middle. One against Real Sociedad, which dribbled over the line, and the other one escapes me in another game. It might have been Sheffield Wednesday, I can't remember. But he scores another one down the middle. He's absolutely planted one in the Playboy Mansion, the stanchion. For those who ask me what the Playboy Mansion is, it's the stanchion. Just a little bit of slang for you. You can use that if you want. Birds like it. So yeah, it's 1-0 up. Leeds down to 10 men. Mini-Me wasn't with me Saturday. I don't know why he wanted to go back to see with his mates, and I had to do a bit of filming before for the No One Likes His clothing brand, for a little bit of a video that's gone out, little plug. Why not? I'm skint after the weekend, need a few quid. And I don't usually really drink at Millwall or whatever. I don't really go to the bar. I've got a couple before, because Mini-Me wasn't there, and I needed to do a wee anyway. I've gone down to the bar. I've missed our second goal. I've missed their goal. So this is a post-match analysis video, but I can't really tell you too much about the game because I was pissed and I don't remember much of it. And I missed 2 goals. Tom Bradshaw, I've obviously watched it back. Ferguson sticks a good ball in. And Bradshaw, very, a bit of a strange goal. He sort of gets his foot there and without really getting a strike on it, he just redirects it. But he just seemed to have quite a lot of power on it. Like, it didn't look like it should have gone as quick or as far as it went with just a touch of what he made. He just got something on it and very tidy finish from a very, very good player. And I'll tell you what, last season you got to hold your hands up and say Neil Harris was obviously unlucky at points, I think, in his managerial career, and that, you know, Bradshaw was a brilliant buy. He's looking to be now, but obviously he done his cruciate, his ACL when it not long into his Mill career, and obviously we missed him for a long time. He's come back razor sharp, sharper than ever. He is not. Lee Gregory's a better player, all round player, but Lee Gregory, on reflection, now he plays for Stoke, the slag. No, I'm joking. Now he plays for Stoke. He loves to go out and work hard, run corner flags. A centre forward should be a centre forward. Stay central. I think, as I said on a Sunday, I tell my centre forward, you've got to jolly up. You ain't got to do anything. All you've got to do is stay central. Stay in the box. Don't be going out trying to take throw-ons. Don't be trying to take corners, Toby, if you're watching, because I do see all the time. Forwards, stay central. Just, if you're one up front, stay central. Be lazy. Let them feed you. And then try and stick the ball in the net. And Tom Bradshaw is a much better finisher than Lee Gregory is. He doesn't seem to miss a lot, does he? I don't recall many chances where he's gone through shot and it's been saved, or like with Gregory. Yes, he was a workhorse, but Rotherham at home, I think last season, to name but one, chance, a blatant, blazing chance that went over the bar or wide just before the end of the game. As I said, Tom Bradshaw, maybe not the all-round player that Gregory is, but I prefer it. Don't go out to corner flags, brothers. Just stay where you want to be. And he's turned out to be a good signing. He's turned out to be even better than I thought he was going to be. And I was backing him to do well. Back to Bradshaw. Check out the hashtags. They're in there. But, yeah. And then the second half, we sort of died down a bit, didn't we? Same old Millwall. They come into it, 10 men. Listen, they're always going to have a pop at some point. Adam Barrett, interestingly, I did look at his post-match comments because I didn't used to look, under Neil Harris. But it was, he said the players didn't stick to the game plan in the second half. So, again, pointing back to Neil Harris, there may be times in his managerial career when they might not have stuck to his game plan. That may be why his head was on the chopping board, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe listen. Neil Harris resigned as Millwall manager. That will always remain the official party line. I don't know any different. I'm just saying, sometimes these things, any club could could be made to look like one thing and another. But I don't think he wanted to leave. I don't think the board wanted him to leave, but I think it was his choice. But anyway, Neil Harris is gone, and I said I will cover that. I'll have my final thoughts on Neil Harris. I'll do try to do a very well edited, well shot video of that. Just a short, sharp one, and also a little Neil Harris montage. I've got the international break to do that now, and I want to take my time and do that, and do it in the right way for the manager, who's given us some unbelievable times as a player and as a manager. Check his record out; it speaks for itself. But at the Den on Saturday, as I said, it did seem like a cloud had been lifted over the place. It just felt good to be there again. Just felt good to be at the games. I loved every minute of it Saturday. So much so, I literally flew the flag till about 4 o'clock this morning. With very little sleep in between. Brilliant weekend. It feels good to feel like this again. Well, not like this hungover, but the buzz back about the place. Next manager, I'm going to get Kieran to cover that actually in the video. If you're watching Kieran, I haven't asked you to do it yet, but Kieran's his stats are unbelievable, Kieran. He knows every manager, who they've managed, how many players they fucking played for, how many teams they played for, what they fucking like for breakfast, what side of the bed they sleep on. Kieran's very good. If you watched that live stream the other night, actually puts me to shame, because I can talk Millwall to the cows come home, but I don't know. I've been so busy with the channel lately, I've not even been checking out the other championship score, so I should delve into that more. But on the managerial side, I'm going to get Kieran to put a video out during the international break as well, because he really knows his onions, as a great man once said to me. Who was that? Might be Roy Passy, God rest his soul. But I'm not sure. I'm waffling anyway. That is a sort of a post-match analysis, I suppose. It's one in the tank, innit? It's on YouTube right now because you're watching it. As I said, that is the international break. No games this week, obviously. We'll have a nice week off and just celebrate the Leeds victory just for one more week. But I'll be back next week. Well, no, I've lied to you. I just told you I'm going to be about anyway, doing Neil Harris videos, Neil Harris montages. Obviously, I'll keep you in check and in line with the latest goings on and who could be the new manager, etc., etc. Listen, I'll be around. I'm not a fucking bad smell. You can't get rid of me. See you soon. Please subscribe to Lions TV. That's a wrap. Come on, you Lions.